Hello there everybody and welcome to my quick and easy stealth guide for Jagged Alliance 3. In this video I'm going to cover the basic mechanics of the stealth mode. We're going to go over melee stealth kills and ranged stealth kills. So let's get started with the basics. So first of all, let's talk about what stealthiness is determined by. It's a mixture of agility, which will determine how stealthy your dude is. There's a couple of traits that make you extra stealthy, and dexterity affects the chance of a stealth kill happening, which is basically one-shotting your enemy. So overall, these are all the things that determine your stealthiness on your character. There's also some gear, there's camouflage clothing that you can go, and yeah, basically that's that. You go into stealth by starting to sneak, and then your character is hidden. So the basic gameplay here goes like that. As long as there's no exclamation mark above the enemy, they don't know that you're around. And when the exclamation mark happens, watch Fidel's portrait for a second here. You see there's a red bar filling, and once that red bar is full, enemy will be noticing you and you will start the combat. This gives you a moment to mitigate the problems. Basically, that red bar, by the way, fills the faster, the less stealthy your character is, and the slower, the stealthier your character is. So basically, the more agility they got, the slower the enemy will notice you. Alright, so that's being said, that's pretty much all that I need to say about how it works. So let's quick save here, and I really do recommend you to quick save a lot when you want to set up a good stealth situation. And let's talk about melee stealth kills. So first of all, quite obviously you need a melee weapon. And when you have a melee weapon in stealthiness equipped, you get that skills called Prepare Takedown. So you use that on the enemy, then you select where you want to attack them. I recommend torso for highest hit chance. And then you just move on over to the bloke. And then, when you're just standing next to the enemy, stealth attack happens. And now it's the question whether you score a stealth kill or you saw what just happened. You can, when you exposed yourself, do a lot of damage because, as you see here, Fidel just zapped that dude and now he has 10 action points. He's full there. So you'd be now left to deal with that one guy. I just want to note one thing here. Let's see if I can take cover somewhere strategically. The moment the enemy loses sight of you, you can hide yourself again. The easiest way to do so is to go prone somewhere behind the enemy cannot see you. Obviously, we failed to do so here. While you're in enemy sight, that won't work. But if we now would have chosen a area back there or wherever the enemy loses sight of you, you can re-stealth. It's very important for melee stealth characters. So that's it in a nutshell. The real cool thing about melee stealth is if you pop up between 2 or 3 enemies, you can easily rush in, kill the first one out of stealth, and the other 2 dudes have to deal with a melee bloke with full amount of action points right in their middle. It's up to you if you want to keep attacking or you want to retreat like I did here. Either way, that's how you pull it off. So let's reload here and let's talk about ranged stealth fighting. So
Party time! Bring funny hats!
no, Fidel, we won't bring funny hats now. So first of all, when you want to do ranged stealth attacking, you gotta bring a suppressor. Without a suppressor, the problem is just simple. The moment you fire, everybody in the vicinity will note that there is a gunfight. When you have a suppressor, if nobody sees the enemy dying, you actually can just keep sneaking and firing and killing. So that's number 1 priority. So the other thing is, when you have a hidden sniper, well, higher ground is amazing, as you see here. And out of the stealth, you can easily just aim for the head, and as you see there, boom, person died, and we have now a combat beginning where one of the enemies saw one of theirs die, but as you see here, Buns is still marked as hidden, so we can just end that turn. And this guy will now run around and search for the person who killed his buddy. And as you see there, since he had no clue where Buns was at, we can just continue killing. That's that. So that's how you do ranged stealthing. You can also do that while sneaking. You don't need to have higher ground. I'll show you here the alternative. You don't always have the luck to have such a sweet vantage spot as we have here. So the more realistic scenario would be you stealthing around with your sniper. So just want to give you here a quick impression, and then we're through with the entire topic. Stealthing is amazingly powerful, and I really recommend you to do it, especially to take a really nice alpha strike on your enemy. So, for example, here we can take it like that, and boom. That's the problem. You don't always hit. But right now, the situation is that's really different from ranged to melee. As you see here, combat starts and she's fully out of action points. Unlike melee, when you're shooting, you get yourself set up in a very prone position. Therefore, if you're sneaking after the enemy to take a killing shot, if you can't take a good vantage spot like here, always try to take the shot only out of a good cover, because at the end of the turn, if you haven't saved action points, which you also could do, you will be in a bad position. But the bonus here is the enemy does not know anything about your dudes here. So as a last point before I end this video, if you want to do things really ideal, you would hide your team in the vicinity of where you set up your ambush. I just want to show you real quick what I mean. So for example, we could set up Fidel over here, MD over here, Livewire over here, and then we can take Buns and sneak around the camp and try to set her up for one stealth kill. And then we are in an amazing position where the enemy only knows about our sniper, where she's at, and they can just do whatever they want to do out of various angles. That's very powerful. And I've had it several times that I was able to sneak around my enemy that efficiently that they actually managed to run into my team instead of away from the threat here. Here we had a perfect example. Wonderful. That's perfect outro. So when you manage to kill somebody without them seeing that, as you see here, he's now suspicious. Combat will begin any moment because he's now watching the body of his fallen guy. But if a ranged kill is happening without any witnesses, or also a melee kill, you can just keep sneaking in real time and kill off the next guy, and then the next guy, and then the next guy. It can be really cool if you get to be that lucky, but don't expect to be lucky every time. That being said, that's my little stealth tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. Feel free to leave me your comments, questions, or whatever down below. I'm very happy to hear from you folks, and a thumbs up or a subscription would be wildly appreciated. So, apart from that, I want to say that there is a playlist link down there to all the other Jagged Alliance 3 info videos that I did, so maybe you want to check them out. I really try to summarize as much game knowledge as possible in that playlist. So, thanks for watching this video, thanks for your time, and I really hope you have a great day and have fun while gaming. See you there!